Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung way.
Before we even get into this video, we're on our way to 15k subs. So before you even start watching the video, make sure you subscribe. Because if you're not subscribed, what are you doing here? But as you guys can already read by the title, I'll be doing a graduation or school college Q&A. I'm not sure what I'm going to be titling this video as it, but I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions about my school / university / graduation questions, and I have them right here. I have quite a few, so I'm going to try to not repeat myself a lot because most of these questions are repetitive. I didn't go through all of them, so it will be a surprise to me as much as it is to you. As you guys can see, I am repping my school, what is this, like my faculty shirt. But before we get into this video, just to answer a few questions, I did 4 years at Caribbean Maritime University. As you guys can see, I minored in logistics and supply chain management, and my major was cruise shipping and marine tourism. So I did 4 years in college. 2 years I did my minor and then 2 years I did my major, basically. I'm just answering like a few general questions. I'm currently 21. I started college when I want to say 17. I think I was 17 turning 18 when I started college. I started college or university, whichever, in September, and I turned 15. I turned 18 in February. So I'm trying to get all like the general things out of the way from now, so you guys kind of get a basic overview of, I guess, me and then my school life. So the first question I have is, what degree did you pursue and how long did it take? Like I stated, I pursued a bachelor's in cruise shipping and marine tourism. I did 4 years. Logistics and supply chain management is my minor, and then cruise shipping and marine tourism is my major. How did you feel at that moment? At that moment, I'm guessing you guys meant like my grad pics. That was literally my best day since year, so I was super excited. Like, I just felt free. Honestly, that day just took a lot off of my shoulders because I went through so much stress, not only throughout the 4 years but like leading up to the graduation peak day, which I'll get into like probably soon, probably in this video. Yeah. How did you manage to pull through? Wasn't it difficult? Listen, difficult is an understatement, but if it's one thing with me, I don't let school stress me out. Anybody can tell you, unless I'm like pulling like all-nighters, I'll stress over it, but like not really, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I've cried over school, I've put all-nighters, I've complained, but at the same time I don't let it stress me too much. Like, I know some people that would just like, when exams are coming up, them get nervous and all that. Not me. When I make school stress me. Yes, it was difficult, of course it was difficult, trust me, it was difficult. But like I said, whenever I make school stress me, when CMU take my sanity, what is there left of me? Them not go business with me if me mad. No. So what was college like? Let me just start from the beginning. I chose Caribbean Maritime University and not like UWI or UTech. One, because I didn't really know much people there, and I felt like I just wanted a change of environment for one. And Caribbean Maritime is one of the only schools in Jamaica that I see that offer cruise shipping and marine tourism, which I was very interested in. So that's why I chose that college. But college life overall, apart from like schoolwork, college was like the best few years of my life. Them say high school are the best years of your life, but I feel like you miss out a big part of your life if you don't go to college. I can't talk for the COVID students now, but college back when outside was outsiding, I got a lot of freedom because I lived by myself. If you don't know, I live in Ocherius and I moved to Kingston for school, so I had a lot of freedom, so I could literally do anything I wanted, whenever I wanted, wherever I wanted, with whoever I wanted. So college gave me a lot of freedom. It was very great experience overall. Like, I met some of the best people in my life in college. So yeah, college life is just A1. I feel like everybody should at least take a year, do a year in college. Go, and if you don't feel like continue, then it's fine to not continue, but I feel like I need to at least experience college life. Yeah. So the next question is, cruise shipping and marine tourism, what you're planning on becoming with that degree? Initially, I wanted to be a cruise director, but since outside is not outsiding anymore and the industry isn't like booming like it was before, I don't really want to state my plans because I don't know, so you guys will know in due time. But hopefully in the future I will be able to pursue my career choice, but I do have something else planned to do with my degree. So in due time you guys will hear more about that and know more about that, and I hope you guys support the movement when I launch what I'm going to be doing. What degree were you pursuing? I have a BSc. I have a BSc in cruise shipping and marine tourism. So yeah, is the first semester important as in grades for the first semester? I feel like all semesters are important, but I feel like your last 2 semesters or your last year in college count most, because that's really what determines whether you get first class honors, second class honors, whatever. So yes, it does matter. Every semester matters because of course you want to maintain a high GPA. So every semester does matter, but I feel like your last year in college matters the most. How was group work? I feel like you hear majority of college students, not even college students, majority of people overall complain about group work. I've had very great group members and I've had very horrible group members, but overall I feel like it's very unfair. But if you feel like a group member is slacking, do remember that it's a collective grade, so you do still have to pick up on somebody else's slack, and that's the part of group work that everybody hates, but realistically that's just how it is. If somebody is lacking in the group, you just have to pick up. Please don't be that person that's the one that's lacking, because that's not cute. So group work, I've had some good groups in my college days and I've had some bad groups and some horrible groups, but overall you just have to work through the motion and work accordingly. The next question is, who helped you through it? My group of friends are literally top tier. Like out of all of the friend groups that I've seen in CMU, when I think we could have choose a better set of friends. I want to say my 5 college friends helped me through from day 1 up until now. And if it's something with us, there are nights where we would literally pull all-nighters. I'm going to put some clips, like probably in this video, of us pulling all-nighters. But even though we study or stay up late studying and all of that, we still have fun while doing it. So we keep our sanity while studying. My friends definitely helped me through the whole of college. As it relates to support system, my mother of course, my grandmother of course. If it was not for them, I give up on this long time. I'm not telling you no lie. If it was not for my mother and my grandmother, I'd probably be a college dropout. I feel like that's something that's very important in college. Don't just get pretty friends. My friends are pretty and smart as hell, so we balance out each other. They're always there. I can always go to one of them and say, yo, blah 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 blah, you finished that homework. And that's one thing too. Sometimes, I'm not even going to lie to you, I don't even remember that we have assignments, and most of the times they're the ones that reminded me that I had assignments that are due, because that girl here will sleep and don't do anything. I thought this was a lot of questions, but it's really not, because like I said, they're repeating. Next question is, how do you keep pushing when it gets overwhelming and feel like you can't do it anymore? Like I said, mommy would not allow that to happen. So even though there were times that I felt like I just wanted to drop out, I didn't feel like doing anything, never felt like studying, never felt like going to school. What the fuck? Not even not telling her no, like when when there used to be face-to-face class, whenever I used to go to school at after. But the thing is, I'm not saying don't go to school, because go to physical classes. When you have physical classes or online classes, go to classes. But I personally, I feel like I learn on my own. Like I can read notes, and that's just how I learn. Because being in a classroom, listening to the teacher talk, like that makes me want to sleep. So I do things on my own time. So I'll read over my notes on my own time, study on my own time, like everything I do on my own time. Face-to-face classes just wasn't for me. Online classes weren't for me. So I just read over or whatever, and that's just how I retain knowledge basically. So whenever I feel too stressed out, I just take a break and come back to it, because like I said, I'm not going to let school stress me. Even though I have cried over school and all of that, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make nothing stress me. School especially, I never want to go into it, but like especially in my first and second year of college, Rodney was my antidepressant. You see, whenever school was stressing me out, that is one person I could count on to literally just lift my mood. First and second year especially, because those are the times that I feel like I used to stress a lot. So yeah, Just I feel like you should just surround yourself with people who can uplift your mood. Take a break when you need and don't stress yourself. Like, it's not worth it. Not worth it. At the end of the day, your mental health comes first. And if it's one thing about me, I'm going to make sure I'm good, because if I'm not good, I can't study. If I'm not good, I can't do work. So make sure your mental health is a-okay. Get and surround yourself with people who are positive and uplifting and uplift your mood, and take a break, come back. And with that being said, don't let nobody tell you say enough a party. You can go out and still do your work. There are countless times where I used to go to parties literally the day before exams. Take your break when it is necessary. I'm not saying to go out and party every night. Not saying that, because that's not cute, especially if you're a girl child. That's not cute. But take your breaks when necessary. Go eat ice cream, go get food, like go walk, like do something, and then come back to it. Don't stress yourself. Somebody said the boy that you were standing with, why does he have on green? I'm going to put the picture right here. This is my brother. I started university with him alone as my high school friend. As in, he was the only person from high school that went to the same university as me. So yeah, that's my OG brother, first of all. But he has on green because he does customs, CPI, custom processing and immigration, and I do, well, logistics and supply chain management, which I said was my minor, major, cruise shipping and marine tourism. So because I do logistics, I have on yellow, which is the yellow I have on right now. If in the back of the shirt says logistics, and he has on green because he does CPI, custom processing and immigration. I think I said go, yeah. Oh yeah, and the customs they were on a whole other campus, like different from my campus. But yeah, somebody says congrats on graduating. What was a big problem for you in school? Thank you, first of all. My biggest problem in school. Alright, I'm going to do academically first. Listen, I feel like everybody who do my course can testify. Nobody can tell me nothing different. My course is one of the hardest courses at Maritime. That's how I feel. No, not even one of them. Because engineering and the let me not say that, but cruise shipping and marine tourism, I'm not going to call any names, but I feel like that is mostly because of our courses were just very particular as it relates to other courses that other like faculties would do. Our courses were just very particular, and pleasing that lecturer, that one lecturer, was hell. Anybody who has to deal with her or had to deal with her can testify, and by just talking about it, everybody know who me I talk about. Once you go Caribbean Maritime or you do cruise shipping, or I think she teaches like some courses in logistics now. But I commend everybody who make it through that course, who graduated while doing cruise shipping and marine tourism, because that's not easy at all. There was not really like a one course that I did, I don't know, because my courses changed every semester. So every semester I did up to 7, I think like 6-7 courses every semester, and every semester my courses would change. So imagine how many courses I've done in the course of 4 years. Calculate. In logistics, I feel like cruise shipping and marine tourism did the most courses, so it is just very much stressful. But as it relates to like my biggest problem with this school in particular, before I go into anything, I'm not trying to bash Caribbean Maritime University because it's a very great school, and I've heard this complaint with UE and UTech students saying the same thing about their school. So I don't even think it's just a maritime thing, but communication is just very, 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 very horrible. I could never call CMU and get through to them. Days leading up to graduation, I still was not approved for graduation. I thought I was not even going to graduate because they had a balance on my account that I did not owe. So I was trying to get through to the account department. Bear in mind, I work, so it's not like I can just get up and go to the campus. I live in Ocherous, the campus is in Kingston. I can't just get up and go to the campus. I was trying to call to get someone to clear my account because I can't graduate if my account is not cleared. I literally did not get through to anyone. I literally had to call somebody in account department personal number. So I feel like that is the worst thing with this school. And not even said the school, but like every school has their downfall, and I feel like this is Caribbean Maritime's biggest downfall. Like their communication is just trash, honestly. But the school overall is a very great school. I'm not going to take that from them. I've never had a problem with any of my lecturers except one, but for the most part I feel like it's a very great school. It's just that their communication is just, if you're not there in front of them, you're not going to get through to anybody, and that's what I really hate about the whole thing. The day before graduation is when I got approved for graduation. A whole process for itself, and I can't even get into the details of that because I bawled my eyes out for days because of that, and I'm just glad it's over with. A lot of people were asking me high school questions. Do I look that young? Do I look like I just graduated high school? Because people think I've graduated high school. Like, people are asking me, how did you prepare for a C-Sec? What grade did you start taking things serious in high school? Like, I finished high school like 4 or 5 years ago. What are you talking about? High school? I'm a grown-ass woman. Come on. Come on. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. I'm trying to go through these questions as fast as possible because there are a lot here and we're trying to go through it. Alright, so the next question is tips and app to help with time management or the school overall. If you're going to school right now, download Quizlet, Quillbot for like essays and stuff. Socratic helped me through school. I'm not telling no lie. Socratic. If it wasn't for Socratic, I would not be here right now. I would have graduated if it wasn't for Socratic. Don't just use Socratic just to cheat on the exam. Don't cheat on the exam. Don't use Socratic for that. Like, literally, actually read what it's saying when you do ask the questions on Socratic, because that, trust me, you'll thank me later. So Socratic, Quillbot, Quizlet, those are my top 3 like apps that you can use to help with you not only college but high school as well. Unfortunately, I didn't know about Socratic until college, so that will definitely help you through college life. Somebody asked, did you have problems with procrastination? I feel like we all do. I definitely did. Next person asked, how old are you? I'm 21. Next person asked, how did you get into CMU? How many subjects did you need? Currently going to ECC but been wanting to go to CMU. So first question, how did I get into CMU? Actually, I got into Caribbean Maritime University when I was in grade 10. I got provisional acceptance because I did maths and English from in grade 10, but I think you need math. I think it's math, English, and 4 other subjects, something like that. I'm really not sure. Don't quote me to it. Somebody asked what's my next step. Not ready to disclose that as yet. I'm very sorry. What's best to study at CMU? I personally would not recommend my course just because of one person, like just one lecturer. But otherwise from that, I couldn't see myself studying anything else at Caribbean Maritime. I just don't feel like I would be interested in anything else if I studied anything else. So I feel like it's very smart to study logistics because you can really do anything with that degree. You can't really do anything with a logistics degree. So the next person asked if I ended up paying the $60,000. That's the money that they said I owed them, or the balance that was on my account that they just did not clear. No, I did not end up paying it. Of course, I wasn't going to pay $60,000 twice because I already paid them. What I ended up doing, as I said, I had to get through to somebody's personal number because accounting department, no matter how many times I called them, they either would not answer or would not help me. So I had to get somebody's personal number in order for them to help me. Personally, I recommend either knowing somebody, like knowing ahead of something, or knowing somebody on the student union, because that would definitely help you throughout. I have to big up Stephanie because any complaints I had, I went straight to her and she just helped me throughout that. So Stephanie really helped me with like getting my account cleared, my balance cleared and stuff. So no, I did not end up paying the $60,000. I sent them a receipt. I had to send the receipt to somebody's personal email and they got it cleared for me. Right now, I think I still have a balance of $14,000 that they still have not cleared on my account, but they know that it's on their end and not on mine. So no, I think I have a balance of $10,000 that they haven't cleared, that they need to clear. When I'm done, I get my degree already, so I don't really care what they want to do. So what is the hardest challenge you faced during school? Managing my personal life and school, because not only as teens, as young adults, you're going to have your times. I think everybody goes through that. I don't want to say depression phase, but like a sad phase. I personally felt like I went through a depression stage, and just getting out of bed in the mornings to go to school was a task for me. Ask my roommates, ask my friends, half the times I would not go to school because they probably wouldn't know why, but I just did not feel up to like being around people. I never, like, literally all I wanted to do is just sleep out the whole day and get it over with. So I feel like that was my hardest challenge, just managing my personal life or my mental health and school as well. So like I said, I told you guys before, don't let school stress you out, but just know that at the end of the day, you know your goal, and just make sure that you pass everything. One, and make sure that your mental health is in check. I know it's hard, trust me, I know it's hard, but just make sure that your mental health is in check. Like managing my depression at the time as well as school was definitely the hardest part for me. So yeah, I think I've answered all the questions. Most of the questions are repetitive, so if you guys have any other questions, just leave them in the comment section. With that being said, we've reached the end of the video. Turn on your post notification to get notified whenever I post another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.